Hello and welcome to our WIFR live stream. We do have some breaking news to share with you. 39-year-old Michael McKee pleads not guilty in the deaths of his ex-wife and her husband in Ohio. Let's go live to Daniel Burbank, who was in the courtroom during his first appearance Monday. Daniel, what can you tell us?
Well, we were the only camera in the courtroom that was filled with the press from all across the country, Jake. And let me tell you, I mean, Michael McKee was very quiet. The only thing that he answers was confirming his name to the judge that yes, he was in fact Michael McKee. But other than that, he had almost a stoic look, and at times when he first walked in, maybe a little bit angry at times. Now, they did up the charges in Franklin County to murder with premeditation. Now, here's the latest, though, is that he did assert his right to remain silent, and his attorney said that he wants to waive an extradition hearing in order to get back to Ohio as soon as possible so that he can plead not guilty there in Ohio. Now, we do know that there's a status hearing at 2 p.m. Monday. That's next Monday. So there's still a lot of unanswered questions, though. For example, was he still practicing at this moment in time? We do know that he first got his license from the national provider, or at least got a national provider number in 2014. And then, of course, he had married Monique in 2015, and they did get a divorce about 2 years later. So I also looked up his national provider number using a federal database, and it showed that he was a Ohio student in some type of organized healthcare education or a training program. And then at some point he had a provider number to practice in California, a secondary practice in Las Vegas, and his primary was here in Rockford, and he all under vascular surgery. And it was at the OSF Cardiovascular Institute here in Rockford that was his primary location. What's interesting, though, about this federal database is that it has not been updated since October of 2024. That is neither here nor there about the status of his license. It doesn't show the status of his license. It simply shows that he is allowed to have a provider number within certain states across the country. No information about Ohio specifically, though, most likely because he was a student. So now when we go back to December 30th, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, Columbus Police believe that sometime between 2 and 5 in the morning on December 30th is when the murders took place. Michael McKee is accused of those murders, accused of killing 39-year-old Monique and 37-year-old Spencer. Now, their children, as far as we know, it is not a biological child of Michael McKee, but the children of Monique and Spencer, there was a 4-year-old girl and a 1-year-old boy. Both were not hurt in the attack. Just taking a listen at the 911 call from friends that could not get a hold of the dentist at his practice, that's really when people started to realize something was wrong. It's the 911 tape. Friends said that it's very unlikely for the dentist to not call into work, and sure enough, he did not call into work. Now, we do know that Michael McKee, he is still here in the Winnebago County Justice Center within the jail portion of it. At some point in time, we're still not 100% sure of when either the Franklin County Sheriffs in Ohio or the Winnebago County Sheriffs will work together here in Illinois to ultimately extradite Michael back to the state of Ohio for his case. Now, let's take a listen. We were able to very briefly speak with Tom here, so let's go to that sound here to hear what he had to say about the extradition hearing.
The order was for, based upon Mr. McKee's waiver of expedition to return to Ohio. Exactly how quick that'll happen, it's based upon the resources of the Sheriff's Department and other logistics. To give you an answer of exactly when or how quickly.
As in Winnebago Sheriffs or Franklin County in Ohio?
A combination of both.
Okay. And forgive us, there is a little bit of a delay. I was not able to hear the audio from that, Jake, but you can help fill in as well. Now, we do know that Michael McKee, he was arrested January 10th here in Rockford. It's still not clear exactly where within Rockford he was arrested, but that was the same day that the Franklin County Sheriff's Office had put out a warrant for Michael McKee's arrest. This is really the latest information that we have out here as all of this continues to evolve. The latest and really the next step in this is, when is Michael McKee going to be extradited back to Ohio? And what we find out at that status hearing next Monday at 2 o'clock Central Time. Jake, this is the latest that's happening at the Winnebago County Justice Center. I'm Daniel Burbank. I'll send it back to you. If you have any questions, I'll happily answer that the best I can.
Yeah, Daniel, I know we'll probably hold off on some of those questions until we probably find out a little bit more information here. But Daniel, thank you so much for sharing that information, and thank you so much for sitting in the courtroom while all of that was going on. And of course, just like what Daniel was saying here, online searches reveal McKee saw OSF patients in Rockford at one time and worked out of his local office here. He also had an active surgery license in Illinois. And once again, he's charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder with premeditation. Thank you so much for joining us here on this live stream. Make sure to stay tuned for WIFR News First at 4 with City Staff Reagan coming up here in just a couple hours. Thanks for watching.